The Williamsville North Spartans host the St. Joe's Marauders, live from the Northtown Center in Amherst, New York. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jack Cruiser. To my left is Randy Schultz, welcoming you in rinkside at the feature rink inside the Northtown Center. Tonight, it's a non-league tilt as the 5-6 St. Joe's Marauders travel to Amherst to take on the 8-2 Will North Spartans. And Randy, two teams on opposite ends of streaks.
Absolutely. You take a look at the St. Joe's team. Yes, there's no question. They got 5 wins on the season. 4 of them came right off the bat. They started out 4-0. Unfortunately, they've matched those 4 wins in a row. Now they're on a 4-game losing streak. So they're going to be looking to try and take care of that and get back into the win column. Williamsville, on the other hand, they have been pretty solid all year. They're on a 5-game winning streak right now. 5 of their last 6 games. Why 5 out of the last 6? Because one of them was canceled because of, I believe it may have been one of those snow games. But they are on a 5-game winning streak right now.
We look at our players to watch for tonight for St. Joe's. Look out for number 10 in maroon tonight, Matthew Kroll.
There's no doubt Kroll has got some real good statistics behind him here. He has got, in 11 games played, he has 8 goals, 2 assists for 10 points.
A game winner, a game tire, a power play goal in there as well for Kroll. And for the Spartans, we know number 27, Josh Bianchi, pretty well. Had a highlight reel goal earlier this season.
Absolutely. It left you and I with our jaws dragging across the floor here. But I'll tell you, of this guy, he's got 10 games played. He's got 7 goals, 4 assists, 11 points. And as we said, he may have 7 goals, but one of them was definitely jaw-dropping.
Our head coaches tonight for St. Joe's, J. Richard Crozier, class of '94 for the Marauders. For Williamsville North, Bob Rosen, as the teams huddle up at their own creases as we'll get ready for anthems, starting lineups, and puck drop from the Northtown Center in Amherst, New York. We thank you for tuning in to the Western New York Athletics for Thursday night hockey in the Fed.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
The most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
We welcome you back to the Northtown Center in Amherst, New York. Just about ready for puck drop in a big Thursday night hockey matchup between the Marauders and the Spartans. Again, Jack Cruiser, Randy Schultz joining you on the broadcast here on Western New York Athletics. Randy, we should be in for a good one.
Absolutely, and we're very thankful for those of you that are watching the game here with us, but you got to look around on either side of us here. We are surrounded tonight. St. Joe's to our right, Williamsville to our left, and I'll tell you, this building will be rocking for the next couple hours.
We've got starting goaltenders for you today. For St. Joe's, it'll be the senior standing at a towering 6'6", number 31, Jack Stark.
Wow, he is one tall young man coming out on that ice. He is one big guy. There is going to be not a lot of room to shoot at out there with him.
Stark comes into today an .893 save percentage, 3.3 goals against average, and for Williamsville North, it will be number 30, Colin McDermott.
And of course, at the other end there, he's been solid for them. So we're underway here, Jack.
Underway from the Northtown Center, and the St. Joe's crowd is rocking early. You heard it during the anthems, and you'll hear them all night. Inside the Will North end, bodies fly along the far boards, and a scuffle in front of the Will North bench as a Spartan loses his stick early. Breaking out here near side in the white uniforms are the Spartans, passing it ahead. Bianchi has it behind the goal. Josh Bianchi, number 27 in white, tries to play the body along the boards. Even a small bump along the boards will draw noise from the crowd. And our first icing whistle of the game. Randy, it's time for your fashion statement.
Wow, and I'll tell you, you look at that Will North team, it's pretty black and white, Jack. I can't really give it too much more on that one. But with that St. Joe's, they've got their traditional colors there, that maroon color. That's still tradition.
Ryan Pozzi on the face-off for the Spartans, able to win it behind the net. Here is Brendan McDermott to the near corner. Apologies if we can't see the action from the near side, as that crowd really clogs up the first couple rows of the near corner. But the shot goes on goal, and it's held by Stark for a face-off to his left. It will be 5-on-5 action, not even a minute into play. Winning the face-off are the Marauders. Along the board, it gets battled for. We'll wait for it to pop free, and now it does. Out to center, here come the Marauders with a flip inside the offensive end by Samuel Bresnock. He'll go after it himself. The Spartans able to corral it along the near boards. Trying to play it off the wall was Matt Mergler, wearing number 14 in white. Puck is battled for by the blue line. Trying to get it out now are the Spartans. They won't be able to, as it's good work there from Bresnock to keep it in play. And he'll have some help back at the blue line now. Marauders trying to send it across ice, as it was the defenseman Luke Deacon. With a last name like that, you might expect him to play hockey at a young age. Deacon is. And an icing the other way. So the Marauders will now face off in the offensive end.
And I'll tell you, Jack, I know, all joking aside, you're a tall guy to begin with, but you're going to need to get up with our cameraman to see over top of that group. They are not going to be seated for this game. They're going to stand for the whole game. I've been to enough St. Joe's games in my life to know that group will be standing till the very end.
Off the face-off, trying to get a shot with Samuel Herr. He had it taken away from him. Long shot on goal from Eric Cunningham goes to the corner, and a hit along the far boards. Now behind the net. Will North trying to battle for it along the wall. Down in the corner, turning with it here is number 6, Crosby Giuliano. Now out to the center it goes, trying to get a handle on it here. Long shot goes into the pads of Stark and into the corner. Now along the half wall, the Spartans battle for it, thrown around behind the cage into the abyss of the near side corner. Now behind the cage again it goes. St. Joe's an opportunity to break out. And they'll do so high off the near boards and out to center. Goes behind the defenseman of Williamsville North, Colin Peer, and into the corner. Clearing it up is Ian McKee. Now along the near boards, St. Joe's takes over. Tapping it behind the net is Herr, and Herr will chase after it to the far corner. Poking it ahead there is Benjamin Hossel. And now Will North will pick it up. Ryan Pozzi with an outlet pass, trying to send it across ice. Not able to do so. The Marauders take over. Sent far into the offensive end for the Marauders. Trying to clear it was Brennan McDermott. Wasn't able to do that. Behind the cage it goes. St. Joe's backs off, allowing Williamsville North and Caleb Okulowicz to clear it to center, and he'll do so to the far blue line. Tape to tape, the defensemen go for the Marauders in a pass up to the far side, tapped ahead beyond the blue line, however, sent right back inside Marauder territory. And stealing the puck behind the net is Jacob Stevens, trying to send it in front for an opportunity. Stark got low and poked it aside. Behind the goal, the North Spartans try to get it into the corner. They battle for it. Will North with a pass out in front. Save made. Wraparound opportunity. Another save from Stark as he got low. St. Joe's tries to clear. It'll hit off their own man's leg, and now out to center. Here comes Eric Eric Nose takes the shot off of the defenseman of Will North, and make it a 2-on-2 rush as a player heads to the bench. Cutting inside with his shot on goal, and a save made by Stark, as it was James Kasperik who fired that one on the rush. Will North trying to battle for possession. It'll be the Marauders coming away with it. Set out to center finally by St. Joe's, and now into the offensive end it goes. Here's Logan McDonald on the far side, lost control of it. Good defensive work from Ryan Bailey. Bailey to the near side it goes. Sent far into the opposite end of the corner by Jack DeMarco. He'll get help from Josh Bianchi behind the net. Bianchi squeezed out along the wall. DeMarco sends it to the goal, and a save is made. DeMarco picks a man's pocket and gets it back, and then leaves it on the far boards for St. Joe's. Almost with a stretch pass, but picking it off neatly was Joshua Okulowicz. Okulowicz has it in offensive territory as the defenseman heads below the goal. Okulowicz tries to send it further behind the cage. Jack DeMarco is there. However, clearing it out for St. Joe's is number 5. And the length of the ice it goes. The goaltender McDermott had to tap it ahead for his defenseman. Now Will North with an equalizing opportunity. Bianchi with a backhander goes behind the net to the near corner. Will North will try to keep it in the offensive end. Bianchi gets his stick on it, hustling hard after it. Here is Bresnik, and Bresnik wasn't able to keep up with it as the puck was sliding quickly on the fresh ice. 12 minutes to go in the opening frame of play. No score from the Northtown Center. Big hit as it was number 18, Ryan Pozzi, stepping off the bench, laying a body in the neutral zone. Will North trying to break in. They won't be able to do so. They'll regroup defensively with Ian McKee. McKee plays it up on the far wing. It goes off of the stick of Brendan McDermott, and back into Will North territory it goes. Marauders head for a wholesale change as they've got pressure down low by Owen Smith, and Smith will have to hustle after Brendan McDermott coming through the neutral zone. McDermott gets knocked off his edges as the puck is sent behind the cage. Battling for it is Matt Mergler. Mergler sent it to the front of the net. Stark with the save. Mergler back to the point. Will North sets up with a shot from the blue line that gets blocked. Good defensive work by number 19, Benjamin Hossel. Long shot is blocked again in front. Hossel was there for the Marauders. Trying to play it back to the point was McDermott. He ended up giving it right to the Marauders, and they'll chip it into the offensive end. Going hard below the red line and putting a body on the corner was the Marauders' Samuel Herr. North not able to clear along the far boards. It's tapped ahead, and now the Spartans come out to center with it. 2-on-3 rush as the Marauders got back defensively. However, it's poked away and into offensive territory. Here is Ryan Steckel. Steckel still with possession behind the red line. Steckel battling for it there with Samuel Herr. Herr gets the best of him. And now into the corner it goes. Will North plays it off the wall, tipped back to the blue line. Long wrister is wide of the cage, taken there by Eric Cunningham. Sent behind the cage to the far wall. There's a shot that gets knocked down in front. Stark didn't see that one as it got hit. However, the Marauders will do a fine job of clearing, and it will just miss the cage for an icing.
As I always say, Jack, you do a great job all in one breath on that last play-by-play sequence. There's one thing I like about the Will North team, and I saw last week's game. I was here for that. They play a very, very disciplined game out on that ice, and they can wear their opponents down. St. Joe's the same way at their end of the ice.
Logan McDonald able to win the defensive faceoff after the icing. However, it's stolen away here by James Kasperik. He sent it across to the near side where it was Eric Cunningham cutting in for an opportunity. He lost control. To the wall it goes. Battled for in the corner. The Marauders will clear it out to center off of a stick. Sending it right back in momentarily was number 25, Luke Ingham. Now out to center it goes. An opportunity for the Spartans as it's Eric Cunningham picking it off at center. Good work defensively by the Marauders to steal it away. Falling to his knees is Joshua Okulowicz. Okulowicz sets up defensively as the Marauders send it in. Behind the red line it goes into the far corner. They battle forward in front of the advertisements. In the far corner, it'll be the Spartans coming away with it with Ryan Bailey. Bailey plays it off the wall, tips off the glass, the length of the ice, and icing is called, even though it was Josh Bianchi behind the defense.
Both teams are coached by legendary high school coaches in this area. Of course, Rick Crozier at St. Joe's is an institution there, as is Bob Rosen at Williamsville North. I'll tell you, you have two coaches here who have very similar styles. That's what's going to make this game so interesting.
Standing room only here at the Northtown Center. Under 10 minutes to go in the first period of play as Bianchi hits the deck in front of the St. Joe's bench. Out to center it goes, tapping it off the wall here are the Spartans. Going in after it is Jack DeMarco. DeMarco will leave it in the corner as Ryan Bailey battles for it now. And the Marauders out to center. One-on-one opportunity. Getting behind the defense and turning the wheels on is Nate Reve. Backhander on goal, saved by Colin McDermott. To the point, Marauders set up offensively. Near side corner it goes. Sending it out in front of the Marauders. Nobody's home, and it'll be Bianchi out to center. Josh Bianchi cuts inside, gets a pass across the blue line into the offensive end. There's a high shot that's handled by Stark.
And Stark, as you pointed out, is a very, very big boy out there in goal. I'll tell you, even when he hits his knees, his shoulders are still at the pipe level there. He is one big goaltender and has a really good start at stopping those pucks.
Face-off won by the Marauders in their defensive end. Battling for it here are the Spartans. There's 5 jerseys in maroon, all in front of their cage, and they're able to clear it off the far wall to a center. It's just behind the breaking Samuel Bresnock. Pass comes to the center of the ice. Trying to get a stick on it are the Marauders. They're not able to do so, and it is floated out into Marauder territory. Off the near wall it goes. Poked ahead there by Bresnock. The length of the ice. Tapped beyond the red line, however, so icing is negated. Will North will retreat and try to break out. Good work by Bresnock, breaking up the breakout of Will North, and they'll try again. Good forecheck here from the Marauders. Across the red line, the puck is sent in for a wholesale change for the Spartans. Travis Greco back for the Marauders, looking for the breakout pass and finds a man in Joseph Stumpo. Stumpo will send it in. McDermott way out of his crease behind the cage to play it, leaves it for his defense. However, the Marauders pick it off at the blue line and send it right back below the goal. Bodies collide behind the net. Still colliding there is Luke Ingham and the forward of the Marauders. Behind the net, it's battled for and won by the Marauders. Finally tapped out to center. Here comes Brennan McDermott with speed. He's got line mates with him as well. McDermott around the defense. Still has possession in the near corner. Defense backing off. McDermott plays it back to the point. Long wrister gets blocked in front as it went off the leg of Matthew Cavelli. Marauders trying to clear as they had it at the far face-off dot, and now out to center it goes with number 8, Mark Jenko. Jenko able to send it inside Spartan territory. Will North not able to get a control on it as St. Joe's went for a wholesale change, and they're able to do so all with the puck in the offensive end of the ice. Will North now out to center with Okulowicz. Okulowicz leaves it to the middle, and a shot is right on. That's held by Stark. 6:34 to go in the opening frame of play. Still no score from the Northtown Center.
One stat I did not talk about before the game started. In that 4-game losing streak for St. Joe's, they've averaged just a little bit above 1 goal a game. On the other side, that 5-game winning streak by Will North, they're averaging a little over 5 goals a game right now.
Definitely able to put the puck in the net is Will North. Couple big wins as well on the season. And we've got the St. Joe's fans calling for the penalty on the near side. They're not going to get it. Pass to the front goes just off the stick of James Kasparek, who had the best look of the night so far as the cross crease pass ended on the stick of Kasparek. And now we've got a penalty as a helmet came off of the senior forward, James Kasparek. And the crowd's getting into it here, Randy.
Just a little bit. Do you think they're not happy with that call? No question about it. That was a penalty, or was it?
Looks like we're not going to have anyone sent to the box.
I guess not. I think everybody thought. We had one of the off-ice officials here getting ready to go to the box, and nothing happened.
I just did see a helmet did come off a player. Maybe a rule in high school. Play has to stop. However, we carry on. An opportunity for the Marauders. They're not able to get it on goal as the diving Spartan was able to block it in the defensive side. Will North trying to clear. It's held in at the blue line and backhanded in by St. Joe's. In front of Colin McDermott are the Spartans looking for the breakout off the far wall. Goes off the skate of Bianchi, held in by the Marauders. Down below the line, it's a hit, and the puck squirts free. Now behind the net again. Ian McKee there to the near corner. St. Joe's trying to send a cross crease pass of their own. It's intercepted by Bianchi. He's got some space and will take it, but he loses the puck momentarily, gets it back and chips it to the front of the net. Nobody's there for the Spartans. It's taken back by St. Joe's. Backhanded high in the air and into the Will North bench off the stick of Andrew Vatanza.
You know, Jack, it's the little things you notice off the ice during a game. You take a look at that St. Joe's bench, and for the most part, all the players are standing. They're cheering their teammates on. You take a look at the Will North bench, all the players are seated, very orderly. They talk to their teammates in that, but it's a contrast in styles.
You wonder if things will change in the second period. Still 5 minutes to play in the first 17 as the Marauders look to break out. Of course, each team with their fan bases in their defensive zones for the first period. That'll switch in period number 2. We'll see how that affects the energy on the benches and in the arena. No score from the Northtown Center as it's the Spartans breaking into offensive territory with Matt Mergler with a shot that goes wide into the corner. McDermott's battling for it along the boards. It'll be Owen Smith out to center. Smith plays it up ahead. Here come the Marauders. Long shot high and off a leg and out of play. 4:40 to go in the period.
And again, both teams, you've seen some physicalness out there today, a little bit of physicality, if you want to call it that, from both sides, but nothing of bone crunching at this point in time. They're both still trying to set plays up. There's a lot of good forechecking. There's a lot of good back-checking from both teams. So right now, that's one big reason we have a scoreless tie here with 4:40 remaining here in the first.
Crosby Giuliano wins the face-off for St. Joe's, and a quick shot by Samuel Herr was blocked, and now out to center, it's cleared by the Spartans. Sent far inside the Will North territory. Colin came out to play it. He left it for his defense to handle. And out to center come the Spartans. Pass ahead. Behind the defense is Kasparek on his backhand. He got taken down from behind. Looks like we're going to have a penalty here. Puck still not touched by the Marauders as Colin McDermott headed to the bench. And now it's sent out to center and touched up by the Marauders. Our first power play.
So we had a holding penalty on that particular play. So yes, with 4:08 remaining, Williamsville North will be on the power play, and this is something that neither team wants to get themselves into the hole on power play situations or penalty kills.
Luke Deacon sits in the box for 2 minutes on the trip, as it was James Kasparek all alone behind the defense on a breakaway. Nothing Deacon could do but hang on and get the penalty. Back to the point, and now setting it up is Will North. To the point it goes. Okulowicz wrister as there's bodies in front of the net. Bounces to the side of the cage. Hacking at it there. The puck's still loose. It bounces behind the net. Ryan Bailey turns with it. Back to the point. They set up with Bailey on the far side. Down low pass. Out in front. They score! Chris Mosher in front of the net. Taps it home. Will North. 1-0.
And all of a sudden he decided to go from the right side of the net to the left side of the net. And there he was. He saw the shot coming. He saw the shot all the way. The shot came right bouncing to him, and he just popped it in the net. Will North, or I should say St. Joe's, pays for that penalty. They now trail Will North 1-0.
Luke Deacon out of the penalty box, across the ice now on the bench for St. Joe's, as he's one of 2 players sitting on the bench now for the Marauders, as the rest of the team is up on their feet. Behind the St. Joe's net it goes. And we'll have another penalty here as there's a Spartan on the ice. We're going to have a cross-checking call against the Marauders. It'll be Nate Rivet, one of the captains for the Marauders, taking a seat. Another penalty for St. Joe's.
And again, I'm sure Coach Crozier does not want to start seeing a line of his players going to the penalty box, taking penalty after penalty. This is not the team you want to take penalties against in Will North. They can really burn you as they've already done it once.
Face-off won by the Spartans as they set up on the power play. Akulowitz to the near point. Up top it goes for Ryan Steckel. Far side for Bailey. He couldn't control it. Bailey will force the pressure down low, and it's held in by Steckel. Steckel skates in, throws it to the front of the net, and it's patted away there by Stark. Into the corner, they battle for it. 2 Spartans will come away with the puck. Back to the point it goes for Ryan Steckel. To the near side, Steckel plays catch and gets it back again. His shot gets blocked in front. Poked ahead by the Marauders, trying to get behind the defense. Johnny Michalski's there, and he got taken down. No penalty called on the other end. Williamsville North comes away. They're not able to control it, and the rush will get slowed down by the puck being stopped at the far blue line. Now the Spartans will fire it in. Stark comes out of his crease to lay it for his defense, and it will be Evan Basignal who sends it the length of the ice and will go for a change as the rest of the Marauders do. 2.5 to go in the opening period of play. It's a 1-0 lead for Williamsville North. Spartans on the power play, less than a minute to go on that. Into the center of the ice it goes. Trying to take it himself was Matt Mergler. He wasn't able to do so through the entire defense. And now Colin McDermott almost turned that puck over behind his own net. But coming to his assistance is Eric Cunningham. Out to center is Brennan McDermott, slowing up, putting on the brakes, and now the wheels again. McDermott lays it back for Josh Bianchi. Bianchi lost control of it. Now at the point, it's passed across. There's a long shot right on goal, and Stark will hang on to that one off the stick of Mason Boyle.
And again, Williamsville playing its traditional, patient style of hockey, and especially here on their power play. They've won some battles in the corner to keep control of the puck. They set up, they really developed their power play very nicely.
Bianchi on the face-off couldn't win it. Good work by the Marauders to take it behind their own cage. 1:30 to go in the period, just 10 seconds remain on the Will North power play. Trying to keep it in is Brennan McDermott with help from Bianchi. Bianchi comes away with it. Bianchi circles the defense, takes a wrister right on goal, and it got dribbled just wide. Brennan McDermott regroups as teams are back at full strength. McDermott wrists one that goes into the blocker of Stark. Now into the corner, the Spartans have it again with Bianchi. Bianchi shielding the puck away from the defense, will play it back to the point for Okulowitz. He sends it around the boards. It goes to the far corner. Going after it here is Mergler. Mergler put the body on as he's got a big frame of his own. Now out to center. St. Joe's has it with an opportunity. Here is Mark Jenko. Jenko still with possession behind the net. Jenko has it in the far corner. Tried to lay it back there. Jenko has it. Into the corner it goes, back to the point. Poked in by Benjamin Hossel. In front, it's battled for, and finally squirting it out to center will be Matt Mergler. However, it's held in, and a long wrister is patted away by McDermott. Credit Andrew Batanzo with the previous shot. No penalty. Fans want it from St. Joe's as a body was taken down in the far corner. Marauders still with possession. Played back to the point. Marauders trying to set up with 15 in the period to go. Pass is dribbled in front, and having to react quickly was Colin McDermott, and now pushing and shoving after the whistle as tensions heat up on the ice.
No doubt about it. I think right now St. Joe's team is a little frustrated out there trying to get some scoring opportunities, and I think they feel, the players themselves even feel, maybe there should have been an extra call out there against Will North. It didn't happen. They've got to continually play through this and just keep their patience out there if they can, and keep crashing that net.
13 seconds to go in the period. Face-off is won by the Spartans. They fire it off the boards. This one might come right back. Randy, I was going to ask you at the previous whistle, do you think about pulling the goalkeeper for one face-off here? With 13 seconds, the St. Joe's Marauders say no thank you. Now 8 seconds. Do you do it now?
Still a little bit too much time. That only took 5 seconds for that puck to get down here.
Face-off won by the Marauders. 5 seconds to shoot. Back to the point it goes. It's fired on goal. Blocked in front. Rebound tap just wide of the cage as the buzzer sounds to end the first frame. 1-0 is our score, thanks to a goal from Williamsville North and Chris Mosher. We'll be back on the other side of this intermission with recap of period number 1 and more from the Northtown Center. You're watching High School Federation Hockey on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
We welcome you back to the Northtown Center. It's a 1-0 score after one period of play, just a minute away from puck drop in period number 2. Randy, your takeaways from period number 1.
I'll tell you, it was a very evenly balanced attack for both teams. They both played very similar styles, but Will North got the one big break they were looking for on that goal by Chris Mosier, and that came late in that first period. I expect to see some of the same stuff going on here, and I would expect even more of a physical game now here in this second period.
Shots 10-5 in the opening frame of play. The Spartans doubling up on the Marauders. We have yet to see a lot of I beg your pardon. We were looking at our player of the game, Matthew Kroll, in that first period. I barely called his name.
And that's true. And I'm not sure if they've really stymied him a little bit, whatever. But they definitely did a good job out there on him.
Just about ready for puck drop in period number 2 as the goaltenders flip sides of the ice. Colin McDermott will head to our right, to our left. Jack Stark, after giving up just one goal in the first period, a power play marker, as it's 2 penalties against none. The Spartans yet to be sent to the sin bin.
And Jack, you know, you gotta like this game with the fans and the players. This time it was Will North warming up in front of the St. Joe's group, And I'll tell you, those two groups were having some fun with each other, especially the Will North goaltender. He was really telling them to bring it on and just keep cheering them.
Exciting atmosphere in Amherst, New York, and the Northtown Center as we're underway for period number 2. Marauders looking to break out through the center ice is Nate Reve in behind the defense. He had it stolen away from him, and bodies are flying early in period number 2. Behind the Will North cage it goes. Circling back is Mason Boyle. He'll play it along the boards. It's blocked there by Reve. Battled for in the corner. Coming away with it are the Marauders. St. Joe's still with possession, now sent behind into the corner. Good play there from Mason Boyle, getting a stick on that one. Here's an opportunity for Reve as he cut to the slot. Now back to the point, Deacon. Deke is his way into the offensive end. However, the shot gets blocked by Ryan Bailey. Out to center. Here comes Jack DeMarco on the far side. His shot's right on, and Stark hangs on.
And, Jack, there's no doubt St. Joe's wants to strike and strike early here in the second period if they can to get back in this game, to tie this game at 1-1.
Yet to play a minute of action in period number 2. 16:06 to go in the period. Face off to the left of Stark in the St. Joe's end. It's won by the Spartans. Back to the point it goes for Akulowitz. He plays it along the boards, and Joshua takes it again at the blue line, keeps it in off a dribble, and Will North will regroup. Pass across the ice is just out of the reach of James Kasparik, and Kasparik will have to play it back to the point. However, he'll steal it away from the Marauders. Pass across ice, backhander, no goal! How did that one stay out? It was a 2-on-1 that Will North couldn't capitalize on. Chris Mosher, looking for his second, was denied. Back to the point, slap shot right on. Stark with the save, and he sprawls out to hang on to it, and more extracurriculars after the whistle.
And this is kind of some of the stuff I expected to see in this game with the rivalry between. They've got their hands full out there. They know that. The referees do. So they're going to do everything they can to keep this game under control.
The officials are lucky they don't have to deal with the crowds on the sidelines, as when they came out onto the ice for period number 2, the team's fans, with 2 penalties against them so far, St. Joe's, they let the booze fly down onto the ice at the officials. Faceoff is won by the Spartans in the offensive end. It's sent around the boards by Mergler. To the near side, St. Joe's will take over on offense. Looking to break it out through the neutral zone. It's stolen away by Brendan McDermott. Here come the Spartans with a shot that goes just high and wide of the cage, with the tall goaltender Stark guarding it. Out to center. Here comes number 6, Giuliano. Giuliano sent it ahead. Into the far corner it goes. Giuliano will sandwich number 7, Okulowitz, along with his Marauder teammate. Finally, it's out to the half wall. Now sent right back in by her. Body hits the deck as it was Mark Jenko that got sent down. Marauders wanted a call. They won't get it. Clean hit, the officials say. Out to center. Here come the Spartans across the blue line. 3-on-1. Shot from the slot. Save made by Stark, as it was Ryan Pozzi behind the one defender. Just one to beat. Couldn't do it.
And with just the exception of the one goal he's given up, Stark has been solid as a rock back there in goal for St. Joe's. So there's no question this is going to be a battle at both ends of the ice here with the goaltenders, who are going to be very stingy tonight.
Face off to Stark's left. It'll be won by Will North. Behind the goal line it goes. Trying to center it in front there was Pozzi. Couldn't get through the Marauder defense. Back to the point, it's McKee. McKee's wrister got blocked. He got it back again. McKee gets bodied along the boards. It comes to the center of the ice, where it'll be poked off the wall and out to the neutral territory and offensive end for the Marauders. Backhander gets blocked. Still hanging onto it here is Nose. That's Eric Nose, number 16 in maroon. Behind the cage, it bounces off the back wall. To the near side it goes. Plenty of space ahead here for Jacob Stevens. Stevens will send it into the offensive end and go after it himself. Stevens battles along the wall here with Besignal, and Will North will come away with it. There's a shot from the far half wall, and battling still continues behind the net. No call there. Officials put their whistles in their pockets. Into the Will North end it goes, behind the red line. Very little pressure from St. Joe's. It's just number 11, Jimmy Shaw, who put a body on the defenseman. Will North able to clear. However, in a neutral territory, it's picked off by Nose. Sent into the Will North territory, hit in front of the bench, as it was Evan Blaitner getting hit and he took a tumble. Now it's held in by the Marauders. Bodies hit the deck again all over the place. Players can't keep their footing here midway through the second period. It's held in at the blue line with a pass that's fired off the half wall. Now below the cage with a backhander that gets blocked by the Spartans out to center. They try to tap it, and they will do so with Bianchi. Nate Reve will take it with plenty of speed up the left side, and he cuts inside. Reve got tripped up, and we will have no penalty here. Reve looked like he got taken down. Officials keep their arms at their sides. St. Joe's plays on offensively, and firing it around the boards is Michalski. In the near corner, Bianchi will battle for it. Back to the point. Michalski's shot is right on, held by Colin McDermott.
Nice shot, but St. Joe's has got to start getting some more traffic in front of that net. I know that sounds so simple, so easy, but they've got to get some more players in front of that goaltender in order to block his view. McDermott had a clear shot on that one.
Owen Smith not able to win the draw for St. Joe's. It'll be Bianchi the other way. Bianchi had a nice stick work against him, as it was Luke Deacon who got the poke check off of Bianchi's stick, and an icing will be called against the Marauders as they just barely did not cross the center ice line before sending it into the offensive end. 12:32 to go in the second period of play. 1-0 is our score.
And right now, I mean, it's really one of these situations where the teams are still trying to get a feel for each other here. They're trying to get some feel for where they're going in that on this.
Face off defensively won by the Marauders. They play it off the wall and out to center. St. Joe's looking to change. They won't be able to do so just yet. The Marauders will try to send it in the offensive end. They won't be able to. Bianchi, I beg your pardon, that's Jack DeMarco, has it in the offensive end, loses control. Good work defensively by the Marauders as it's played behind the cage to Cavelli. Matthew Cavelli turns and sends it back to his D partner on the far side. Poked ahead, one touch, and they're into the neutral end. Owen Smith tries to send a long shot on goal. McDermott gets up and knocks that down. He has to get down to make another save. Now behind the net it goes. Here's James Kasparik against the wall. Bianchi has to help out and try to clear that one. It'll be Ryan Bailey eventually getting his stick on it before the red line, but the official waves it off as it goes just past the goal line of St. Joe's. The Marauders looking to clear it out to center, stepping up to play it and missing the puck with the Spartans. There's a long wrister that goes high and wide and rings around the boards. Trying to slap it out to center and getting the opportunity to do so is Steckel. He will tap it ahead into the offensive end and head for a change as Joshua Okulowicz steps on the ice. Below the red line, it's battled for and won by the Marauders to the half wall. It's poked back, held in by the Spartans. Another penalty's coming up here. Looks like it will go against Will North as St. Joe's still has possession. Inside the offensive end, here is Crosby Giuliano to the near corner, touched up by Will North. No penalty, it was a delayed offside there, I beg your pardon. So they're off the wall, it's played by the Spartans, trying to clear it out to center. Finally scooped up by number 9, Eric Cunningham. He will send it off the wall, realize he doesn't have anyone with him, and go after it himself. Cunningham puts the pressure on and puts a body on the near corner, trying to send it out in front. Backhander right on goal as Brennan McDermott was there, but down on the ground is the 6'6" Jack Stark.
And Jack Stark is the big difference in this game for St. Joe's right now. He has made, I'd say, at least 3 to 4 good key saves right now for them to keep them in this game with some of the turnovers that they've made in their own end in that. It's still 1-0 here, 10:31 remaining here in the second period. Williamsville North leads.
St. Joe's looking to change that here as their captain, number 29, Johnny Michalski, sends it the length of the ice. Winning the battle in the puck, for the puck in the corner are the Marauders. However, they try to play it back to the point. Nate Reve will have to step up and send it back in. The Marauders check up on side. Will North with an opportunity to break out as it's Boyle sending it through the middle. With speed is Ryan Pozzi across the blue line and into the offensive end. He sends it. Turning defensively here is number 3, Travis Greco. Back to the point it's sent for the Spartans. They play it off the half wall, off the stick of Ryan Steckel. Steckel will retreat defensively and race for the puck with Reve. Steckel off the wall. At center, trying to put the moves on was Michalski. However, Will North able to clear, forcing St. Joe's to regroup, and they will do so with a line change. Will North now will get an opportunity to break it out. They'll do so, not before a big hit in front of the student section. Now McDermott has it below the goal line. McDermott with plenty of speed, still with possession, and the net has come off its moorings. Will have a whistle.
And I wasn't sure exactly how that net came off its moorings. I have a feeling one of the St. Joe players was pushed into that net by a Williamsville North player. So I just caught it at the tail end there. It appears what had happened. So there's a stoppage of play. Face-off will come just to the right of the St. Joe's net.
Randy, takeaways from what we've seen so far in the first 7.5 of play here in the second.
Well, right now it still looks like it's been Will North. They've gotten several good opportunities, and again, it's the St. Joe's goaltending that's keeping them in the game right now.
Along the far wall, held in with a shot from the half wall that is steered away. Getting tripped up at the blue line. No penalty called was Chris Peer. There's a long shot that's grabbed well above the cage by Stark, but he'll hang on for the whistle. You don't usually see those shots held for a whistle, Randy.
Not too often, but he reached way up there, and no question about it. He was going to just hang on to it and settle things down. I think that's what he wants to do, is settle it down, see if his team can get control of this puck and win a faceoff here.
It'll be Chris Mosher on the draw, going up against number 20 for Owen Smith. Two seniors will battle it out. To the left of Stark, Mosher wins it. Back to the point, it's played to the near side. Pass across ice is trying to, is unable to connect on the pass. To the near corner it goes. Will North turning with a shot, high and out of play, as it was Chris Mosher looking for number 2 on the day. 1-0 we stand.
And again, it's a situation right now where Will North is getting the zone time, if you want to call that. They're really controlling situations right now with that, keeping it down in that St. Joe's end. And if you keep that up over a period of time, sooner or later, a goal should pop in.
Face off to the right of Stark. Lining up for it here will be Ryan Pozzi. He's not able to win it for the Spartans. Marauders have it along the half wall. Brennan McDermott there for Will North. Squirts now behind the cage, where it will be the defense of St. Joe's trying to clear. However, it's held in with a long shot from the point that's steered away by Stark. Turning here is McDermott. He'll start the cycle by firing it below the cage. Trying to come around the net here was Gunnar O'Dougall. He couldn't control it. Now it'll be St. Joe's. Long stretch pass ahead, just out of the reach of Eric Nose. And Nose was behind the defense, but the icing is called.
And right now, I just feel that St. Joe's is a little bit frustrated. The players are a little frustrated here with not being able to really get a control of the puck and get the puck down at the Will North end. It's been all Will North so far here as we almost get the halfway point here of the second period.
Danny Shalumov wins the draw for the Spartans. It goes over his defenseman's stick into Will North territory. Not able to control it were the Spartans, as it was Samuel Herr putting the pressure on. Now out to center it goes, as Besignal will send it the length into the far corner. Turning with it here is Okulowicz. Okulowicz looking for an outlet, will bank it off the wall, and it's chipped ahead out to center and into the offensive end for the Spartans. However, no one touches it. It goes the length of the ice. Icing will bring it all the way back.
So now this is going to be St. Joe's chance to see if they can at least win the faceoff, get control of the puck down here, get some players in front of the Will North goaltending, and see if they can get some more shots on goal here. That's the one big thing they're missing right now. They got to get some more shots on goal.
St. Joe sends out their top unit, and they have possession along the far board. Starting the cycle, however, it's poked away. This will be an icing if it goes, and it will. So they'll do it again. St. Joe's gladly will keep their fresh legs on the ice. Will North will do so as well. So we'll try it again to the right of McDermott.
And again, it's a situation where Will North will keep firing the puck out. I don't think they want to fire it as hard as they've been doing that, but they want to just get control back of the puck again here.
With possession along the half wall, trying to send a pass across ice was Samuel Herr. It got stolen away, and now here comes Bianchi, 2-on-1 if he can hurry. Bianchi on his backhander right on goal, Stark the save. Rebound goes behind the cage, now back to the point. Steckel sends it to the front. It gets blocked off a leg of a sprawling St. Joe Marauder. Steckel with it, trying to send it ahead as it just went off of the skate of DeMarco. And Steckel will backhand it inside St. Joe's territory, and the Spartans will regroup. St. Joe's playing it off the boards now here for Nate Reve. Reve got tied up as he brought it into the offensive end. No call. Fans wanted it. A steal the other way. 2-on-2 for Williamsville North. Here is Jack DeMarco on the far side on his forehand. His shot goes high and wide off the blocker of the Stark. Now the other way, 2-on-1 opportunity. Pass to the front is just stolen away as it was Ryan Steckel getting back defensively. Play opens up here. Josh Bianchi 1-on-3. Couldn't keep possession as the defensive effort from the Marauders steals it away. Inside offensive territory is St. Joe's with Jude Berry's shot that's held by McDermott.
And one of the things that Will North does very well is that they focus on the opposition player. They don't worry about the puck. They take the player out of the play, and that was what exactly happened not once but twice now on St. Joe rushes down here. The defensemen for Will North take out the player coming down the ice with the puck, and that neutralizes everything.
Owen Smith on the draw, wins it for the Marauders, I beg your pardon. Jude Berry's shot gets blocked, and now behind the cage it goes. Trying to throw it out in front there was Samuel Bresnik. No one was home. Now Bresnik steals it back again. Sam Bresnik's shot is right along the ice and held by Colin McDermott.
And even with the little mistakes that Will North makes, they seem to they seem to cover up on them very well, and they haven't been burned yet, but they got to continue playing their tight defensive style game that they've been playing here. And if not, they could end up giving up a goal here to St. Joe's.
Smith wins another draw. Pass in front, just misses the stick of the Marauder, waiting for it there as it was number 15, Bresnik. Inside the offensive territory, Will North will put the pressure on with Eric Cunningham. He chases after the Marauders as they try to break out. Picking it off there was Chris Mosher. Mosher will try to get it out to center with his forward partner, Kasparik. Delayed offside against St. Joe's will give Will North a chance to regroup, and the Marauders go for a change. Up along the near boards here is Eric Cunningham, sending a pass across ice, and it just jumped over the stick of Kasparik, who will have to tap it behind the cage. Cunningham goes after it there. Good work by the two from Will North. Spartans in the middle of a change. They're not able to get the bodies on that they want. They're playing short-handed as the puck goes inside Will North territory behind the line. Pressure comes from the Marauders. Pass to the near boards is tipped. Skating it out to center is McDermott with a pass ahead. Goes off of the stick of Mergler. St. Joe's brings it back in with a body still beyond the blue line. That is an offside.
So once again here, St. Joe's is trying to put some pressure on this Will North team, but to no avail. They just can't seem to connect on their passes right now and are a little bit on the frustrated side, to say the least.
Colin McDermott, 9 games played, 9 started, .902 save percentage, 2 goals against allowed. Currently doing a fine job for the Spartans, who are on top 1-0. Just 5:15 to go in the second period of play as it's sent in by Will North inside St. Joe's territory. McDermott puts the pressure on down low. That's Brennan, Colin's brother. Trying to keep it in play here are the Spartans. They're not able to do it. Now out to center. Here's an opportunity. Brennan McDermott 1-on-3. 3-on-1 make it. McDermott around the defense. Pass across. The shot goes just wide of the cage. Out to the front it goes again. Not able to clear are the Marauders. Back to the point. It's shot. Blocked there. Stolen away. Mergler turns. Wrister just wide. To the near boards it goes. Down to the corner. It's passed along, and a hip check along the sideline. Pass out in front. It's tipped out of play. 4:35 to go in the second period of play. The Spartans knocking on the door for number 2.
I'll tell you, that was a lot of pressure that the Spartans just put on St. Joe's here, and they just kept coming wave after wave after wave, and really didn't put that many shots directly on goal, but they had several good scoring opportunities that they could have did some damage to St. Joe's here, but they have still not able to break through that.
And now, just as you say that, Randy, the Spartans send out their top unit as they've got Ryan Bailey out there to take the draw. He's got Jack DeMarco to his right, Josh Bianchi to his left. At the point, it'll be Mason Boyle. And at the other side, near side, Ryan Steckel. St. Joe's will counter with their top line as well. The captain not able to win it for the Marauders. Back to the point. Steckel's wrister gets blocked in front. Bianchi's there. Bianchi turns, sends it below the cage. Waiting there was Ryan Bailey. He turns behind the net, trying to find an outlet from Gretzky's office. He's not able to do so, and chipped out, almost out off the boards were the Spartans. But it'll be Steckel keeping it in. Backhand pass to the near side. Josh Bianchi turns. Bianchi still with possession, tried to send it in front, looking for DeMarco, couldn't do it. Bianchi sent it back, and it was picked off there by the Marauders. Stretch pass off the boards will find its way to center ice behind the alternate captain, Nate Rivet. And there's a hit at open ice as it was number 23, Jack DeMarco, finding himself on the ice. 3:47 to go in the second period, still 1-0.
And again, St. Joe's just delivering that extra little hit there, but to no avail. It cost them a offside here. So now the face-off will come again deep in the St. Joe's end, which I'm sure they really didn't plan on. But now we'll see if Will North can get control of this puck again on the face-off here.
3:47 to go in the opening period. Face-off defensively won by the Marauders, and they're able to get it out to center with speed on the far wing, and getting tripped up there were the Spartans in front of the Marauder bench. Guarantee if that was in front of the Will North bench, we'd hear a lot more from the head coaches there as it's sent inside the St. Joe's end. Out to center it goes. With it here is Owen Smith. He plays it off the boards and sent back out to center by the defense of Williamsville North. Just able to gain control here is Eric Cunningham, and he fires it in and puts on the pressure offensively. Kasparek along the near boards gets an assistance from McKee. McKee along the half wall goes into the corner now. He's still on the ground, battling with number 14 of St. Joe's, now out to the point. Long shot is steered away by Stark. Near half wall it's battled for. Stolen away here as this shot is sent high and gloved down by Stark.
And again, it's turnovers like that. Stark is keeping them in the game right now. St. Joe's has got to get their game together here offensively and start getting some shots on goal down at the Williamsville North end. But right now, Will North has got the zone coverage here. They are really controlling the puck in the St. Joe's end.
Face-off won by the Marauders. Back to the point it goes for Will North. A long wrister gets blocked into the corner. St. Joe's still trying to clear. They're not going to do it this time. Now Rivet will say enough is enough off the boards and out to center. Sent inside Will North territory. Onside, the official says. But Will North will get possession and play it off the boards out to center. St. Joe's in their own end, trying to control the puck, and they'll do so in the center of the ice here with their defense. Laying it back for the defensive partner is number 19, Benjamin Hossel. And out to center, here come the Marauders, sent into offensive territory. Josh Bianchi tries to get a step, but he gets taken down from behind. Still no penalty called there. A fairly clean second period so far, as we've only had one penalty called, and it was early in the second frame. Backhander with no speed there was Danny Shalumov, giving St. Joe's possession the other way. Near side wing, here is Crosby Giuliano, slowing up, plays it into the corner. Samuel Hers there, back for Giuliano, tried to get it to him in front. It was stolen away by Caleb Akulowitz, who plays it out to center, and it will go the length of the ice. Don't worry, boys, this one's coming all the way back.
But not a bad move by Will North on that one to get the puck down there, get things controlled. All of a sudden they felt that St. Joe's was starting to put a little bit of an attack on here. They want to see if they can get control of things. They want to see if they can win this face-off and really take the puck back down to the St. Joe's end.
97 seconds remain in the second period of play. Face-off one, they score! Mark Genko rips it home from the near side. Face-off Dodd.
That they decided to do was to ice the puck down there to try and get control of it. What happens is they lose the face-off. St. Joe's gets control of things, and they end up getting a goal. So it's a very costly icing on Will North. It's now a 1-1 game with 1:34 remaining here in the second period.
You hear the alma mater being sung by the Marauder faithful as they've tied this one up after suffering a lot of suffering during this second period. And not getting any action in front of them, as the action has all been to our left in the Will North offensive side of the ice. Sent back in by St. Joe's. It's taken over here by Ryan Steckel. Steckel with a body on him, backhands it off the wall, now sent inside St. Joe's territory. Turning here is Travis Greco. Off the board, stealing it is DeMarco for the Spartans. DeMarco behind the net, sent it out in front, backhander. How did Stark keep his leg down on that one? A couple beauties here in period number 2 for the 6'6" senior. Still a long shot there, comes off the stick of Ryan Steckel, steered away by Stark. Far boards, 35 seconds to go in the period. Back to the point, Boyle's shot goes just wide. Stepping up is Steckel. Turning, backhander, finds Bianchi. Bianchi loses possession, gets it back again, plays it back to the point, nobody's home. It'll go far side with 20 seconds to play in the period for the Marauders, who fire it far down the ice. This one's coming back with 15.1 to go in the period.
There wasn't a lot of time left. That goal was scored at the 15:26 mark here of the second period. But I wanted to see, first of all, how Williamsville would respond to this, how it would affect their game, and then to see how St. Joe's would respond to this, to see if the momentum would start really rolling their way and see if they could explode for a quick second goal. But so far, haven't seen either way here with 15.1 seconds remaining, 1-1 here in the second period.
Face-off won by the Marauders defensively. They play it around the boards, and it jumps over the stick of Steckel. That'll just about do it for period number 2, as it's held along the boards. 1-1 after 2. After Will North won the first period, St. Joe's wins the second. We're knotted up after 2 periods of play. We'll be back with more from the Northtown Center, including a recap of period number 2 and what we can see moving forward in the final frame. You're watching high school hockey on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF and...
We're back at the Northtown Center where we're all tied up one apiece. It was goals coming from Will North's Mosher and St. Joe's Janko that have us tied at 1. Randy, your thoughts on period number 2?
Well, I'll tell you, if you're talking about controlling the puck, I still have to give an edge to Will North. It seemed like you were talking all the time down looking at that end. And yet, one little key mistake, excuse me, one little key face-off, one little key icing cost Will North on that one, and St. Joe's got the game-tying goal late there in the second period. So really, St. Joe's has hung in there. Their goaltender is really keeping them in there. They've got to now bring their A game in that third period if they really want to win this game, because you're going to watch Will North. They're going to still play their same disciplined style that gets them all the wins that they've had so far this year.
St. Joe's looking to snap a 4-game losing skid. Their next match will be Saturday at 8:30 as they take on St. Mary's. Funny enough, Williamsville North's next game won't be for a week. Next Wednesday, they will also take on the Lancers of St. Mary's. That one at 8:10. Puck drop there. 1-1 is where we stand. St. Joe's hyping up their team as they warm up right in front of them. They've got the roller coaster going. Just about 30 seconds away from puck drop. Randy, period number 3. We'll go team by team. First, Will North. What can they do to win this third period and the game?
Well, I think what they want to try and do is they want to score early. I think they want to come on the attack very quickly against St. Joe's, and they want to get a quick goal in there.
And for St. Joe's?
They're going to hang on, whatever they can do, they want to try and get control of this thing. They know they've got to bring the game to Will North a little bit more than they have been playing. So they're going to have to take control early and try and really take over this game if they can. But they're going to be depending upon their goaltending to keep them in here and then try and slip a second goal in there if they can.
Penalties 2-1, 2 going against the Marauders in this game so far, both in the first period, and that's how Williamsville North got their only goal of the game. It was on the man advantage in the first period of play when Mosher potted his 4th goal of the season. Definitely discipline will be a thing that I'm sure Crozier and Rosen both talked about in the locker room, not taking the next penalty as it could be a costly one.
And really, they've got to keep their composure out there. I know there's a rivalry here, but this is the period they really, if somebody wants to win this game, they got to keep their composure.
Bailey wins the draw for Will North, and we're underway here in the 3rd period. It's tapped inside St. Joe's territory. Quick wrist shot that's saved by Stark. Early here in the 3rd period, Will North right off the jump with some wheels.
And there's no question, this is a team, Will North is, that can really skate. And they can skate you right down into the ground with no question at all.
How about this? They're handing out pastry hearts out in the St. Joe student section. Maybe we get our hands on one of those, Randy.
Wow.
We're underway here as music was still playing as the puck got dropped. I didn't know if we were starting over or not. However, in the defensive end, Josh Bianchi will take it for Williamsville North. He'll battle against the boards with 3 Marauders. Coming away with it will be St. Joe's. Good stick lift there by number 27 in white Bianchi as he skates it out to center with his line mates. Tapped inside the face-off dots and inside the hash marks. It was Ryan Bailey getting taken down. St. Joe's will regroup. No penalty called. Just under a minute of play gone by into this 3rd period. There's a long wrist shot that's handled by McDermott off the stick of Luke Deacon. Deacon plays it back to the point. Turning with it here is Michalski. Michalski sends it to the front of the net. It goes off a stick. Now high in the air. It's batted back to the point. Slap shot is faked by the Marauders defenseman. Wrister from the far circle is managed by McDermott. Now played back to the point again. St. Joe's applying pressure here in the 3rd period. Pass to the front of the net by Reve. Missed everybody as it was a good pass. Just nobody home with their stick on the ice at the back post. Will North will now be able to clear with a bounce off the center logo and into St. Joe's territory. Spartans go for a change. Williamsville North trying to send it ahead into the offensive end. However, it will be Samuel Bresnik taking it away. Now Will North plays it off the wall out to center. Here is Kasparik. Kasparik puts it through the defender's legs and off the stick and out of play. 15-12 to go in the 3rd, still tied at 1.
And I'll tell you, this is going to be a back and forth game here. Both goaltenders, I think, have brought their A game for this 3rd period, so it's going to be tough to get a second goal past either one of these goalies.
Chris Mosher, our lone goal scorer for the Spartans, is on the draw for Williamsville North. He's able to win it. However, it's sent around, and behind the net it goes. Will North able to keep it in at the point. Okulowicz's shot goes high and wide as it went off a stick. Now St. Joe's will try to clear. However, held in on the far blue line by Luke Ingham. He had it stolen away as he tried to send it inside the red line and into Will North territory it goes. Colin McDermott resets as his defenseman, Chris Mosher, will come back to steal it. Tapped ahead and out to center it goes. Trying to send it ahead are the Spartans. A big hit at center ice there as Jude Berry knocked down Josh Okulowicz. St. Joe's with a pass that goes just under the stick of their goal scorer, Mark Janko, I beg your pardon. And Janko has it here. A glove pass is called.
And I really wasn't sure about that glove pass or not. I thought he kind of fielded it and dropped it right away, but the referee saw it a little bit differently. So we're going to have a face-off deep in the St. Joe's end, just to the left of their net. It's still 1-1, 14:25 remaining here in the 3rd period. Lots of time.
I tell you, Randy, the next goal that's scored here at the Northtown Center, the roof may have a couple dents after it, as this crowd will explode no matter who scores. As now you see on the far end, Williamsville North's crowd is all on their feet as well. In a 1-1 hockey game, it's skated out to center inside Will North territory. The defenseman number 22, Colin Peer, will tie up his man and battle for it along the boards. Peer able to play it to himself. Now it's stolen away. He gets help from Ian McKee of the Spartans. McKee now ties up his man along the boards, and it's taken back by St. Joe's. Tapped behind the net again. McKee will battle for it yet again. Now Peer plays it up off the wall. Trying to keep it in here for St. Joe's is Greco. Greco's not able to do it. Out to center goes McDermott. Tried to make the move around the defense of Basignal, but Basignal was there to knock it down and send it back into the offensive end. 4 players go for a change for the Marauders. It allows Brendan McDermott some skating room. McDermott into the offensive end. Slows up on his forehand. Now he'll drop it back. Nobody home. Stolen away. Here's Luke Deacon out to center. Deacon drops it to the center. There's a shot that goes just high and wide off the stick of Matthew Kroll. And a backhander is sent. This will go the length of the ice by the Spartans. They were looking to get a change here. They'll get the change. However, the icing will bring the puck back into their own end. 13:10 to go in the third. 1-1.
No doubt Will North needed a line change on that one. Their players were a little bit tired there. They had been out there quite some time. So it was a good way to get an icing and get the face-off now down at their end. Hopefully they get control of the puck over St. Joe's.
Pass out in front, just out of the reach of Reve, as he was the only one in front of the net looking to tap that one home. Into the near corner it goes. Bodies hit the boards. It's pressed along the half wall. Still battling for it here. Official says play on, and now Will North will clear it to the far board. Stepping up is Deacon to keep it in play. Bianchi there on him. Deacon's able to push it ahead. Reve's there as well. Pass across ice is picked off, and this one's just going to be fired the length of the ice again. However, no, it will be icing. Stark came out to play it, but it had already crossed the red line, so the icing is called even though the goaltender touched the puck.
Absolutely. And yeah, I was a little nervous when I saw him coming out, and I'm going, wait, where are you going here? But it all worked out okay. And again, right now, that's one thing I have not seen here that much in this game, and that is breakaway goals. I think we've had maybe 1 or 2 either way throughout the whole game. I think that's what one of these teams is looking to try to do, is to get a home run pass here.
And you just saw the opportunity, Randy, along the near blue line. Almost breaking into the St. Joe's end was Brennan McDermott. He tried it, couldn't get it behind the defense. It's been solid defense on both sides here. Hope you had the under in this one, folks. Only 2 goals scored thus far. It's sent inside St. Joe's territory. Stark's going to have to play this one, and he'll do so neatly into the corner. Quick pressure from the Spartans sends it behind the cage again. Battling forward with a nice move there is St. Joe's and their defenseman number 19, that's Benjamin Housel. Housel being hunted down by Eric Cunningham as he put the forecheck on. Now Cunningham retreats. Puck in the air, knocked down Cunningham, sent it to the blue line again. Housel's pass goes to nobody. Now picked off at center. Here come the Spartans 2-on-2. On the forehand shot is right into the pads of Stark.
And so far, Jack, I can't see one team outplaying the other one right now. I think it's been pretty well balanced. Each team getting some opportunities. They've really come out. This game is everything that was advertised. This is 2 teams that are they're big rivals, and yet they've played each other evenly here halfway through the third period. Almost halfway.
Neither team, of course, wanting to give up that next goal, playing Stark defense. Now into the center it goes, neatly poked away there by Mason Boyle. Out to center now, Williamsville North. Getting bumped around in neutral ice was Jack DeMarco. He stays on his feet. Bailey puts the pressure on the offensive end, still has possession, gets tied up, comes away with it. Backhand pass out in front, and it just missed the stick of DeMarco. Back to the point, this shot from Boyle goes just wide. Bailey has to retreat defensively, stick lift, and he wins the puck back. Bailey with it. Good defensive work from Reve. Steals it away for the Marauders. Out to center and into the offensive territory. Official had to back skate quickly on that one, as it was the St. Joe's player number 18, Matthew Kroll, with wheels, putting the pressure on both the official and the Spartans. Sliding block there, neatly tapped away by Jack DeMarco as the point shot came. Now Greco has it. Backhander to the front of the net is tapped away by the Spartans. This will bounce off the wall, and it will not. No, it will just barely make its way. Figure if that came 5 minutes later in the period with the ice a bit more chopped up, it probably slows up before the red line.
Absolutely, no question about that. So once again now, the faceoff is coming back down into the Will North end. And again, Will North cannot really keep doing this because sooner or later it could burn them like it did on that first St. Joe's goal.
Face-off won by the Marauders in the offensive end. Back to the point. That shot gets blocked out in front. It was Cunningham there to block it. Behind the cage it goes. Turning with it here is number 8, Mark Genko. Out to center it goes. Back defensively are the Marauders, tapping it out to center, and Williamsville North will take possession back again. They pinball the puck around the boards. As I get my bearings straight here in the third period. Took me 2.5 to get it. Now here's Genko again with an opportunity. Couldn't get control of it. Good defensive work by the Spartans. Bodies hit in center ice. Puck stays in the offensive end for the Marauders. Janko with it behind the net. Janko turning, wraparound opportunity. McDermott's there to keep the paddle down. Out to center, it's tapped off the wall and out by the Spartans. They'll get to change. Good offensive pressure here from St. Joe's. They tap it in again and look to get the forecheck going. However, it'll be Cunningham for the Spartans, steering it back for his defense to regroup. Colin Peer along the half wall up for Caleb Akulowitz. He'll tie it up with the Marauders. It's poked back to the point by St. Joe's. Stepping in with a wrister that gets blocked and goes to the corner. Swung around the boards to the near side corner. Off the wall. Cunningham flips it out to center. Looking up ahead for Caleb Akulowitz. Caleb slows up, still has possession. Now plays it back to the point. There's a wrist shot deflected in front. It was Ryan Pozzi there who got a stick on it, and Pozzi lays the body in the corner. Out to center it goes, just off the stick of an unsuspecting Nose, and Nose will send it into the offensive end and go after it himself. McDermott lays it for his defense. Poked up ahead for Matt Mergler. Mergler one touch pass ahead. Open ice hit! Jude Berry just came off the bench with murder on his mind, and he knocked down the Spartan that gets his team and fans riled up. Stark makes an easy glove save. We're still tied at 1, 8.5 to go in the third.
And I'll tell you, all it took was one hit, and I'll tell you, they've got the St. Joe's crowd just smoked right now. They are just smoking hot out here. They are really giving it to the Will North team.
It's a good thing they're smoking hot. They turn off the heat in the Northtown Center. We're going to have to put our coats on. Here's Brendan McDermott in front with a backhander. It just missed Stark in the paint. To the corner it goes. McDermott sets up in front. Mergler in the corner. Plays it back along the half wall is Ryan Pozzi. Pozzi lost control. Mergler then got hit in center ice. And now here comes Jude Berry the other way. Berry dances around a couple players, but is unable to keep possession through it all. Poked off the wall by St. Joe's, now into the corner, and it will be Berry going after it again. Berry, a physical shift for number 28 Maroon. Sent high and down the length of the ice. That one's coming back. Brennan McDermott was there, however, not fast enough. 7:53 to go in the third.
Well, Jack, it only took one hit, and that has really sparked something here. And I don't know if it's lit the fuse or what it's done, but again, both teams got to stay focused here. Granted, this is a physical game, but they got to get a goal here to win this game.
Will North wins the draw high off the boards. That one rings all the way up into the crowd. It goes off a window. It's alumni night here for St. Joe's at the Northtown Center. As you can see along the far boards up above in the skybox, you see the St. Joe's alumni taking on their alma mater in this battle between them and Williamsville North. Face-off to the left of McDermott. Face-off won by the Marauders, and a save is forced to be made by McDermott, as it was number 18, Matthew Kroll, ripping that one right off the draw.
And I'll tell you, St. Joe's has really gotten going here offensively. They're trying to get some scoring chances.
Face-off won by St. Joe's. They will have it at the point. Long wrister from Reve goes just wide of the cage through bodies. Near side battling forward is Jack DeMarco. He's got Bailey with him there as well. Mason Boyle chips in defensively. Bailey pokes it free. Back to the point it goes. St. Joe's able to keep it in momentarily. Now out to center it comes. Retreating here will be Housel. Housel will receive the pass and send it to center ice looking for a cutter. It was a miscommunicational pass. However, coming away with it will be Will North in their own end. Stretch pass goes off a leg. Will North will get it right back again with their defenseman in Ryan Steckel. Steckel into the offensive end. Pass to the slot. Nobody's there. Blocked pass from St. Joe's as they tried to clear it. Now it goes off the wall and out to center. Poked back as the breakout begins again. Open ice hit here as Bailey got his guy. Now through the neutral zone and into the offensive end come the Marauders with an opportunity that went through the legs of Matthew Kroll. Kroll getting his name called a lot more here in this third period as he's out there again for St. Joe's. Hustling after it here are the Spartans with a shot right on goal, save made by Stark. Steckel couldn't keep his feet on it. Now out to the near side. Here's an opportunity behind the defense with a shot that goes just wide. Great defensive hustle by Jack DeMarco to get back and block the shot. Still with possession will be the Marauders. I say that, and getting checked is Reve. Now out to center. 2-on-2 opportunity for the Spartans. Josh Bianchi on the far side. On his forehand, stops and lost control. Pass comes back to the point. Sending it to the near point. Nobody's home. Stepping in will be Colin Peer. Peer's long shot goes off a body in front. It's sent inside the Will North territory, and they'll clear it back out. St. Joe's regroups.
I'm not sure what that was, Jack. I think there was a little yelling from the coaches, from the St. Joe's coaching bench there, and I'm not sure what was going on, but they seem to get control back of the puck.
They battle for it through the neutral territory. St. Joe's will win possession. Now the Spartans backhand it in. Beyond the red line, no icing, goes right on goal. Stark will be forced to cover up.
And I'll tell you, this is boiling down to a one-goal game. No question about it. This is not going to be a blowout either way. This is going to boil down to one team scoring, or it could end up in a tie. But right now, both teams playing very, very well here. No question about it.
We don't want a tie, Randy. We want a game-winning goal here from the Northtown Center.
Did you get a tie for Christmas? Come on.
In their own end, the Marauders will play it off the boards and out to center, lifted high in the air inside Will North territory. Off the wall, it's banked, and St. Joe's will fire it back in with their defenseman Ethan Basignal. Basignal will stand at the blue line looking for a pass, and a long shot from the far blue line will go high and wide above Colin McDermott. Below the cage, they battle for it. Posting up here will be our one goal scorer for the Marauders in Mark Janko, wearing number 8 in maroon. He's squeezed out along the boards. Ryan Bailey's there, as is Akulowitz. That's Josh Akulowitz. Back to the point. St. Joe's Rister goes through traffic and missed everybody. Now the near side. Rister again goes off a leg in front. A risky pass there. Now out in front. The shot saved by McDermott, and he falls on it and covers up. And now bodies hit the deck again. More physicality after the whistle with 4:29 to go in the third period of play.
I can't quite see who the St. Joe's player was that stuck his stick in after the whistle blew, but that's where the extracurricular activities occurred right now.
It looked to be number 6 as he's skating back to center ice now. Crosby Giuliano. With a name like Crosby, you know you got a nose for the crease.
I wasn't even going to go there tonight with that one. I was just going to leave it. I took a look at it and went, okay, never mind.
You have to mention, of course, born to be a hockey player. A couple of those guys here.
Of course, I'm old enough. I remember Bing Crosby, so look out. You know, let's keep things in perspective.
Hey,
here.
Christmas is over, Randy. We don't need white Christmas anymore. Will North has possession under their own goal line, trying to get it out to center. It'll be stolen away in front of the net. No one's got the puck. Now coming away with it will be Cunningham, and he clears it out to center. Okulowitz there as well to help out as Will North almost with an opportunity against them. Now into the offensive end it goes for the Marauders with Brosnick in front. Pass goes through everybody. Back to the point. Here's Luke Deacon down low. Deacon throws a body down. Ian McKee hit the deck. Will North gets possession. Pass out to center. 3-on-2 for the Spartans. Here's Eric Cunningham. Dropped it back. Okulowitz's shot gets blocked. Kulkulowicz again to the side of the cage, and it was James Kasparek who just missed the cage from the left post. St. Joe's will regain possession as the Spartans back off offensively and will head for a change. Stretch pass misses everybody for St. Joe's. Ryan Steckel says thank you very much and fires it in to the St. Joe's end, and putting the pressure on is Ryan Bailey, forcing Stark to hang on with 3:26 to go in regulation.
Smart move by Stark just to hang on to that puck, because all of a sudden he saw not one, but he saw two Williamsville North players bearing down on him. He decided to hang on to that puck and get the faceoff to the right of his net.
3.5 to go in the third. Crowds getting into it here as the next goal could be the winner. At center it goes, sent right back in by Will North. The Marauders will regroup behind their own cage. Slowing up here is number 21, Logan McDonald. McDonald takes it himself out to center. Here's Andrew Vatazna. And Vatanza will get called for an offside here as St. Joe's just barely beat the puck over the blue line.
That one was that was pretty close. I mean, they had the right idea here, but it was pretty close. So the faceoff will come just over the blue line.
3:08 to go in the third. Faceoff won by St. Joe's at center ice. Turning and firing it up to the far blue line are the Marauders. Now enter the offensive line is Matthew Krall with a pass to the front of the net. That went through the defender's legs, but now out to center it goes high in the air, bounces off the ice and past the red line. That will be an icing. Opportunity for the Marauders offensively here, Randy.
Absolutely, and there's no doubt the momentum has changed just a little bit. I sense that St. Joe's had a long talk in that second intermission, and Coach Crozier got it across to them. They can beat this team. They've just got to be disciplined, don't take any stupid penalties, and just hang in there with it, and that's exactly what St. Joe's is doing.
Face-off won by Mason Boyle of the Spartans, and they send it up the wing. Bianchi sends it in front, looking for the stick of DeMarco. It missed that. Back to the point. Boyle's shot got blocked. Bianchi will retreat. Will North will have to do so as well outside the zone with the delayed offside. To center it goes. Ryan Bailey will fire it into the offensive end. DeMarco will head into the corner after it. DeMarco able to come away with it, looking for a pass and finding Bailey. Now Bailey behind the cage, centered it out in front. DeMarco followed up on the play. It went behind him. High off the window and to the far end of the ice. St. Joe's now with an icing. 2:11 to go. Face off here. Randy, offensive opportunity for the Spartans.
Absolutely, you know, and one of the guys, of course, we've been looking at is has been Bianchi for Will North, and he's a guy right now. He's a leading scorer, or he's a big scorer on that team. And see if he steps up here to really up his game a little bit here in the closing minutes.
Brendan McDermott also top 3 in scoring on this Spartans team. Will battle for the puck here and comes away with possession. However, good defensive work from the Marauders will take it back for them. And out to center is Hussle. Hussle sends it into the offensive end, where it'll be Jenko going after it in the corner. Jenko, the 1 goal scorer for the Marauders so far in this period, trying to set it up. The cycle not able to work out as it'll be Will North coming away with it. Bodies hit the wall. Now sent below the cage. Will North setting up defensively now. But they'll come away with the puck in the far corner. Brennan McDermott stands and waits. Steal at the far boards. Not able to get a shot off for the Marauders. Out to center. 3-on-3. Here is Matt Mergler offside. Under 1:30 to go in the period.
He really tried to hold back, but he couldn't. They were skating, flying down there. So it was just one of those situations where they get called on the offside. This faceoff is just going to come over the blue line at the red dot, and it's going to be just outside of the faceoff circle.
Randy, I have to mention the asymmetry on the North jerseys of having numbers on the left arm and not the right really messes with me, and I can't see who's coming down the ice when they're going left to right. I've got their right arm at me, and it's just a blank white uniform.
I should have caught that during my early part of the game.
Fashion statement.
My fashion statement. Holy cow. How did I miss it?
I've missed seeing the jersey numbers, Randy. Less than a minute to go in the third period. St. Joe's out to center. Battle for it at the red line. It'll be won by the Marauders momentarily. Sent into the offensive end by Will North's Chris Mosher before taking a hit. In front of the net it goes. Now back to the point. Mosher rings it around the boards behind the cage with 40 seconds to play. Forecheck being put on by Will North's number 17, Kasparik. Stealing it back here is Eric Cunningham, trying to keep the offense on for the Spartans. They'll have one last rush here with 25 seconds to go in regulation play. Banked off the window of the far boards and into Marauder territory. It'll be St. Joe's setting up now. 15 to play in the period. Out to center, it misses the skates of a Marauder, trying to steal it ahead. Eric Cunningham then missed it as it went in his skates. 10 seconds to play, sent into Will North territory. Icing called. 5.8 seconds to go in the third. A face-off coming up inside St. Joe's territory.
Well, now it begs the question you asked earlier. Do you pull a goalie with 5.8 seconds and get a sixth attacker? Does Bob Rosen do that? It doesn't appear as though he is going to do that. They're going to stick with 5-on-5 and see what happens. And, of course, Jack, that's how come I'm in this seat and not in the coaching position.
Spartans had 7 players on the ice there for a hot second. Rosen had to call a couple of them off the ice. Face-off is tied up. It goes to the corner. And that'll do it for the third period of play. No score in the third. 1-1 is our tie going into overtime. We'll take an intermission and be back with you on the other side of this with overtime from the Northtown Center. You're watching High School Federation Hockey right here on Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
We're back at the Northtown Center, just about ready to get underway with overtime. It'll be a 5-minute overtime period between St. Joe's and Will North, tied at 1 apiece. Randy, in overtime, what's the key for these two teams to victory?
Well, the key for both teams right now is to, A, get control of the puck, be patient, and then try and get something set up in front of that net to get some action going on in front of the net to block the goalie's view. It doesn't, I don't care which end you're talking about, whichever team it is, they've got to block the goalie's view, because right now, those guys are the difference in this game. They've both made some huge saves for their respective teams. They've done a great job. So right now, it's going to boil down to getting control of that puck.
We must mention we'll be back after the conclusion of this game at around 8:15, maybe a bit later, with Iroquois Alden and Williamsville East, as our second of two of our doubleheader here on Western New York Athletics continues from Northtown Center. Picked off at center ice. Eric Cunningham has it, sent high into the air and off the roof. and will whistle. 4:47 to go in overtime.
Well, it did come back down. I can remember watching one year a puck that landed up in the roof, and to my knowledge, it has still not come down, and that was about 3 years ago. But with that said, the faceoff now is just over the blue line.
Wear your hard hat around that area. You don't want to get caught with the fallen puck.
Frank did pay the insurance policy this week, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Near side, it's taken by St. Joe's off the boards out to center. The goal scorer, Janko, flips it in. Hustling after it, here is Owen Smith putting a body on, and Smith will come away with it for the Marauders. Back to the point it goes. Wrist shot high up on McDermott. He'll hang on for a whistle. 4:26 to go in overtime.
Oh, this one's taking baby steps here to come to completion, and that one, the puck just kind of popped out of McDermott's hand and then or glove, and then popped right back down into it again. It came right back down. So solid as a rock there. So again, it's a goaltender's battle right now, and I feel for both of them.
Crowds getting into it here as fans start to pour in for the second contest of Will East and Iroquois Alden. All eyes on overtime here. Will North and St. Joe's tied one apiece. Out to center it goes as the Spartans win the draw. St. Joe's will regroup with their defenseman Andrew Vatanza. Vatanza plays it off the boards, and it goes right into the stick of Mason Boyle of the Spartans. It's floated inside Marauder territory. Around the boards it goes. Behind the net, Bailey wins the brace. Bailey puts the pressure on into the corner. It's battled for there. Jack DeMarco gets the puck away for Will North. Pass to Bianchi at the far side. Bianchi takes it to the corner. Tapped back by the Marauders, and they swing it around the board. Stepping up here is Mason Boyle. He sends a shot that goes to the right of the cage. Bianchi has some space. However, coming back and stealing it away from him are the Marauders. Out to center and into the offensive end. St. Joe's took it, but Will North, good defense, will take it right back. Slowing up before a big hit was Steckel. Here's a shot from Bianchi that got blocked in the lane. Ryan Bailey there to regroup the rebound, and a shot just tipped off a stick in front of the crease. Now near side boards, it's banked off the wall and out to center and into the offensive end. Going after it is Nate Reve. Reve on his backhand swings around behind the boards, taken down by Boyle from behind. Boyle gets tied up with Reve. The two separate now. Reve still offsides as it's brought in. That will be an offsides. Reve was back down there. He's holding the stick of the Spartan, trying to draw a call against Boyle. However, it caused himself to be offside. St. Joe's regroups possession in the offensive end. They're not able to get onside.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you though, in defense of St. Joe's on that one, they're playing the Williamsville game right now. They picked that puck right off. They're not giving up an inch here on anything. They're really playing a good defensive game.
3:10 to go in overtime. The faceoff is won by St. Joe's, and they send it into the offensive end. Spartans regroup. Brennan McDermott, you know he's got wheels on that far side. Reve tries to come back to steal it away. McDermott left it there for his teammate in Ryan Pozzi. Pozzi couldn't get control as it went to the front of the ice. Falling down here is St. Joe's and taking a puck to the face after Ian McKee tried to send it in. However, blocking it here will be Reve. Reve gets stood up at the blue line. Bodies starting to collide even more here in overtime. Along the near boards, big hit in front of the penalty boxes as it's Matt Mergler getting the best of number 18, Matthew Krall. Krall now cherry picking. He's hanging on to that far blue line. Will North still with possession at center ice. They check onside. 2:20 to go in overtime. Puck is grabbed and held in midair by the Marauders. Here stealing it away is Mergler, dancing in front. Couldn't keep possession. Back to the point. Spartans have it. And a helmet has come off a player. That'll draw a face-off. 2:10 to go in overtime.
And I'll get my one word in on the refs right now. They do not want to be the decision maker in this game. That's not necessarily leaving the barn door open, so to speak, for all chaos to break out on the ice with penalties. But the fact remains is they do not want to be the key factor in some team getting the winning goal.
Chris Mosher wins the face-off for Will North, and it goes into the corner. Mosher battling there for it, and St. Joe's will come away with it out to center. Samuel Haar flips it off the boards inside offensive territory. Haar slows up and will win the battle with Mason Boyle. It goes to the far corner. Stepping up to keep it in for St. Joe's is Vatanza. Behind the goal line, sending it off the wall. Not out are the Spartans. However, now they'll regroup. Out to center. Behind the defense, trying to get there at least, is Cunningham. Good work defensively by number 26, Luke Deacon. And now Will North will fire it behind the cage. No one's there to go after it. St. Joe's can break out if they hurry. Vatanza has it. Sent it to the defense behind the goal line. Will North backs off. Rung around the boards. Near side trying to break out is St. Joe's. Good offensive forecheck by Eric Cunningham to keep that from happening. Now out to center. It's tapped ahead. Owen Smith over the blue line. Smith, defenseman fell down. Smith in front. Took a shot that got blocked. Smith still with it. Owen Smith turning, looking for a pass. Back to the point. Into the corner it goes with a minute to play in overtime. Back to the point now again. St. Joe's sets up. Pass to the near side. It went outside the zone just barely. However, the official is there to make the call.
Literally, the official was right there. He was watching it all the way. Good call, and that brings the faceoff now outside the blue line. And again, opportunities here for St. Joe's, and they just can't seem to capitalize on it.
Here's Benjamin Hossel stepping over the red line and firing it into the offensive end with less than 50 seconds to play. Bianchi got a stick on it, poked it into the offensive end. However, it will slow up before it makes its way to the red line. St. Joe's with 40 seconds to go will circle back and start the breakout. Pass through center ice, misses the Marauders' skate as it was Django who couldn't get a stick on it. That'll force an icing. 31.3 seconds to go in overtime. No shootouts, no double overtime. This thing will end in a tie if no one scores the next 31.3 with a face-off to the right of Stark.
And I would wonder if either one of the teams would call a timeout right now, but I don't think so. I think what they're going to do is they're just going to let them play, do it from there.
Ryan Bailey on the face-off for Will North, not able to win it. Good work by Reve for the Marauders. Out to center, it tips off a Marauder again. This one just barely will make its way past the goal line. 21.5 to go now.
And this is where I think Will North wants to win the faceoff, get control of that puck, and try and get a good shot on goal. There's 21.5 seconds to go here. 1-1 tie. And we do have a timeout being called by Will North.
So 21.5 seconds to go. Randy, what do you think Will North is talking about here, giving an offensive face-off with 21 and a half to go?
I think what they want to do is try to get it and get it back to the point. There's where they've got to do it, and then basically control it from there. Try to move people in front of that net, or at least skating around that net. That's how St. Joe's got their one goal. And I'll tell you, this is exactly what they got to do. They've got to win that faceoff, get it back to the point, control it, and then basically, I know I'm using football terms here, it's almost like working for one shot, unless you're going to try and go for the faceoff and try and get a shot right off the faceoff and do it that way and have everybody pushing towards that net. We'll see what happens here, as now the timeout has expired and we have the faceoff just coming to the left of the St. Joe's net. And we'll see how the teams set up here.
Jenko's out there with Deacon, Reve as well. Jude Berry, the line for St. Joe's, with Owen Smith on the face-off for the Marauders. And now St. Joe's will call their timeout after seeing how Will North lines up for the face-off. Will North, if they don't make any changes, it will be a lineup of Ryan Steckel, Josh Bianchi, Josh Akulowitz, Ryan Bailey, and number 23, Jack DeMarco. So we'll have another minute of a break here.
Interesting Coach Crozier saw what was happening out there, and all of a sudden he was like, no. He was yelling. It's one of the few times I've heard him yell tonight. Normally you can hear Coach Crozier over a crowd pretty well, or he's got a pretty good voice for that. That's the first time I've really heard him, and he saw something he did not like, and he wants his team now to basically set up defensively. You're 21 seconds away from a tie, possibly 21 seconds away from a win, depending on how things go. But he wants to make sure they get that face-off.
Bringing it back to football terms, almost like Sean McDermott, going up, 2-minute warning. Josh goes out there, claps his hands, tries to get the defense drawn offside, but you get to see what they're lined up in, and then you call the quick timeout.
Absolutely.
That's what Crozier does for St. Joe's there. Same lineups glad I don't have to read that off again. It will be
Oh, go ahead, Jack. Go ahead.
Ryan Bailey on the draw, going up against Owen Smith. To the left of the goalkeeper, Jack Stark. Bailey tied up by Smith, and it'll be won by St. Joe's. 15 seconds to go. They pass it out to center. 3-on-2 opportunity if they can hurry. They're onside. Pass goes now behind the cage. Turning with it back to the point. They'll have a shot if they want it. With a wrist shot from the blue line, goes wide to the right. Stepping in here will be Luke Deacon. Deacon tries to take it around the defense. And that's how it's going to end. A 1-1 tie between Will North and St. Joe's.
Wow. And Jack, I'll tell you, this game had everything in it. You had a little bit of offense. You've had outstanding goaltending at both ends. And you had both teams playing well defensively, making great back checks, great forward checks. You had the whole package right here. Very well done. It ends up in a 1-1 tie.
Yeah, Randy, we had everything in this game except a game-winning goal.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, these boys have nothing to be ashamed of. They really played their hearts out there and played very, very well. No question about it.
So St. Joe's will take on St. Mary's Saturday at 8:30. And for Williamsville North, their next game Wednesday the 26th at 8:10 against the Lancers of St. Mary's as well. You almost feel cheated with these fans that were so rowdy throughout the whole game. None of them able to celebrate a game-winning goal.
Absolutely, and it's kind of rough, but the fans shouldn't really be disappointed. And one good thing for us, and this is the selfish thing, you and I got another game coming up.
We do. In just about 10 minutes or so, it'll be Williamsville East and Iroquois Alden, a battle of undefeated Will Easton League play against a surging Iroquois Alden squad. Will happen right here on Western New York Athletics. Switch over to that stream if you'd like. So the final score tonight, 1-1 between Will North and St. Joe's. For Randy Schultz, I'm Jack Cruiser saying so long from the Northtown Center. All games airing on the Western New York Athletics are streaming live and archived on the Western New York Athletics YouTube page. If you missed any of the action, go ahead, go back, rewatch what you want to see. For Randy Schultz and myself and our entire crew, I'm Jack Cruiser. I bid you adieu.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.